Hello everybody, AverageJoeBourbon here tonight. Fresh Crack Friday. Got the Heaven Hill Select Stock, 123.4 proof. It was distilled 8/4/2011 and bottled 12/7/2020. So it looks like it's a 9-year-old bourbon. Excited about that. I love Heaven Hill. Yesterday did a social at a friend's house, and two guys that I met, had never met before. Gave me this. It's a thin blue line. It's a 5-year MGP from Old Scout. And I did try it there, but we'd already been drinking, so I told them I'd love to do that. I'm going to do that tonight to prime first. Want to talk about Thursday, man. I had a great thirsty Thursday, man. Started around 1 o'clock over at a friend's house, and was social. I'll post a picture of everything that was there, man. It was a good night, or a good day. And then later on, went out with the Black Bourbon Society. I want to thank Armand and Samara Davis. They were wonderful hosts. They did something here in Louisville for the Louisville part of their chapter. Guys are doing a lot of special things, and Samara is a wonderful taster. So is Armand. They've done some really good picks. They don't do a lot of picks because they're really picky, but they've built their group to almost 23,000 people right now. National, it's a national club, and they welcomed me last night, introduced me around. I got to meet some really good people, and I just want to thank them. I want to thank Jason Booth and David Atkin for the bottle. And with no further ado, we're going to get started. So this looks like 120 or 116 proof. And it's 5-year, yeah, 116.6 proof. It's been a long day, guys, so it took me a little bit to figure that out. All right. All right, the nose on this, it has a bit of a rye smell to it, and that's what I told them yesterday. It's like a brown spice. I definitely smell a little bit of tobacco smoke, not much oak. Don't smell just a little bit of alcohol with a touch of sugar. Let's see how we go. There's that nice little hug and long finish that I remember yesterday. This was a store pick. Opa, I do believe it's a pub-like restaurant up in Ohio. These guys said they do a lot of good picks, so far so good. I liked it yesterday as well. Second drink, here we go. Oh wow, it's a little bit better than what I remembered yesterday, actually. Has such a long finish. I'm trying to let it finish just so I can get all the tasting notes. Wow. That thing really opened up from even what I remember yesterday. All right, this is a pretty complex bourbon. I really like it a lot. Starts on the front of the mouth with a lot of vanilla. Maybe it starts honey, turns to vanilla. Honestly, it's really sweet to start, but then it comes back across your tongue almost like a rye with a brown spice, kind of like I've described a lot of the bourbons that I like this with carrot cake with the confectionate sugar icing, the cream cheese icing. I get a little bit more today, almost like the walnut type part in the carrot cake as well. It's a very good finish. It's long, it's just now finishing. Not a burn. It doesn't really burn. Tingles a little bit, but nice hug in the chest. Yeah, it continues to change up a little bit at the end. It's a little bit more sweeter, that one. Lost a little bit of the brown spice. It still has a carrot cake taste to me, but more of the icing that time, which doesn't bother me a bit because that's the part I love of carrot cake. All right, great job, guys. Thin blue line, Old Scout. I doubt that anybody can get them anymore. But guys did a great job. Thank you so much for the bottle and letting me taste this on film. Taste notes. Nose is kind of smell like a little brown spice in it. A little sweetness of like affection of sugar, tobacco smoke a little bit, and a little bit of alcohol. Taste, the beginning to the middle is a lot of creamy type vanilla / honey, followed by a little bit more of a brown spice with a walnut and confectionate sugar. To me, that's I describe it as a good piece of a lot of icing on carrot cake is what I would say on that one. I'd give that about a 3.5, 4 for sure. No lower than a 3.5. I think if I continue to drink it, it might end up being a 4. Just see what that does. Wow. Man, that really took a lot of spice off. Still has a little bit of burn, but it has more of a vanilla. It almost turned to caramel a little bit. I'm gonna have to put a little bit more of that in there to try that. Let's just leave that sit over there for a second. Put a little bit more. That won't cube it, do it. All right, no further ado. I'm gonna get started with the toasted here. I am excited to try this. Here's our fresh crack today. All right, I'm not gonna do that just yet. Man, I didn't think I was gonna like that with a cube. Now that it got a little moist, it does open up and it almost turns into a cream type caramel, maybe a honey caramel. It's a little bit different. I'd say you need to just keep that neat. That's what I was afraid. I mean, when I first tried it, I don't think I let it melt a little bit. Don't really care for that with ice. All right, let's get going with this. I'm excited to try this one. Wow. You know, you don't smell a lot of toast, but you definitely smell more of a kind of a wow. I don't know how to describe that nose. It is a really good nose. It has a little burnt taste of, it's not marshmallow like most of your toast. It's almost like a burnt chocolate / caramel in the nose right away. I do get a hint of some type of fruit. I'm gonna probably say it's gonna hit like a little cherry at the end, I think. Oh wow, a lot more toasted taste in the nose for sure. Interesting. What proof is I didn't? What did I say? 123.4. That does not drink like 123.4. That I don't even know if that tastes 100 as far as the burn. That has a very interesting taste. I'm trying to put my nose on it. I can't, it's good. Wow, that just like went from the bottom of my tongue to the top, the roll up on top. That toast is not so much like a most of the time I see toasted bourbons, they tend to lean towards the char, like on a marshmallow. To me, that's what I kind of like. This has a very interesting toast. I'm trying to find a tasting note on it. It's toasted something. I got a little bit more. Man, that is very good. Nice long finish. It's a hug, almost no burn. A really firm hug in the chest and the throat. Just a little bit of tingle on the tongue that brings a little bit of cherry at the end. But that toast is like a toasted caramel. I mean, that's good. I mean, I didn't smell much toast. And honestly, what I like about it is so many of the other bourbons right now, the toasted is becoming so similar, especially with the toasted rye. Toasted rye always turn out to me more of the marshmallow, like a s'mores almost, and I love it. So to get something a little different. Not sure what happened. I had all kind of technical difficulties there. So I'm back. What I was saying is it is very different than most of your toasted bourbons that I've tried. I do want to try it now with an ice cube. And the one thing that I say about this is the difference is so unique. I think it kind of stands alone in the toasted realm. I'm going to try the chiller tonight as well, just to see how we look as far as that. I love how it sticks in there for just a second and then it comes on out. All right, it is very unique. I really am enjoying this. Wow, that actually, man, that turned into a toasted caramel bomb. That's almost, to me, with the chill, it's like a creme brulee, a caramel creme brulee. That's what I'm gonna call that, caramel creme brulee, because there's so much sugar from the toast. Man, they've done a great job with that one. That's unique from anything that I've had on the toasted level. And ice cube didn't hurt it either. That's the first toasted bourbon, rye, weeded, or anything that I've been able to drink with ice or anything. Did not change the burn, did not change the hug, but really opened up the flavor a little bit. So I'm not going to say that I would drink this. I would probably drink this different each time I drink it. I'm really interested in seeing how this is with a big cube or on a wedge glass, because that right there is dessert. With the ice cube, I have to say it's a dessert cup. I mean, I'm there. I like it with a chiller a little bit better. It loses no flavor whatsoever. I haven't lost any flavor in that, but one more time. So, I guess that's what we say, we don't edit. Dessert in the cup with the cube, especially with it on the chiller. I want to thank Jason and David for the bottle of this. And let me try that. This right here, guys, if you can get it, get it. If you've got it, quit trying to sell it and drink it. Don't think I would go the route of secondary as what it's going for right now. I would pay up to $150 for it, honestly. I would. It's that unique, better than most of the toasteds that I've tried in that kind of fashion, because it's just unique. There's nothing like it. The weeded that Down Home is doing is still wonderful. I like that a lot. He also, with the s'mores, with the Louisville Bourbon Club, did a great one there. Michter's Toasted Rye is still up there in my top. So I definitely, if you can get it, try it. So I'm definitely Average Joe Bourbon is dessert in a cup with the chiller, right at a 4, almost dessert in a cup neat. So that's where I'm at with it. You guys have a great weekend. I appreciate everything, your support and everything. Average Joe Bourbon, later.